Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my first lesson of PTB's science students book, grade 9, and in this class, students, we will be discussing the basic concepts and rules that are needed to understand the logarithms. And logarithms are one of the most important concepts. So it's really important to understand that what is the meaning of the term logarithm and how to write the number in logarithmic form, and how to write the number in exponential form. If we look at the expression, if a raised to the power of x is equal to y, then x, which is the index, is called the logarithm of y. X is called the logarithm of y to the base a and is written as, okay. Try to understand this, that if you have some expression which is written in the form a raised to the power of x is equal to y, then x, which is the index, which is the power, is called the logarithm of y to the base a and is written as logarithm of y to the base a. X is the logarithm, so we are writing it as the answer, where this base should be greater than 0 and it should not be equal to 1, and the y also has to be greater than 0. Okay, the relationship a raised to the power of x equals to y and log y to the base a equals to x are equivalent. When relation is given, any relation is given, we can that can be converted into other form. Okay, if we are given the exponential form like a raised to the power of x is equal to y, we can write it in the logarithmic form, that log y to the base a equals to x. Or when the logarithmic form is given, then we can write it in the exponential form, that this is the base will be shifted towards other side, a raised to the power of x is equal to y. So these are the equivalent forms. Coming to that, how many types of the logarithms are there at your level? There are two types of logarithms that we are going to discuss. One is the common logarithm and one is the natural logarithm. For the common logarithm, if the base of the logarithm is taken as 10, then it is called the common logarithm or Briggs logarithm. And if the base of the logarithm is e, it's called the natural logarithm or Napier logarithm. Moving to some important points that we have to understand and remember before starting the exercise, that logarithm of any number consists of two parts. One is the characteristic part and one is the Mantissa part. The characteristic part, the integral part of the logarithm of any number, is the characteristic part. It is always an integer and it is positive for a greater than 1. It is positive. Characteristic is positive for a number which is greater than 1, and it's negative for the number which is less than 1. Okay. How to find the characteristic? By observation for the numbers which are greater than 1 or less than 1. For the numbers which are greater than 1, the characteristic of the number is 1 less than the number of digits in the integral part. And for the number which is less than 1, the characteristic is negative and 1 more than the number of zeros immediately after the decimal place. Students, I hope you will be watching this lesson carefully, because in this lesson we are learning that what is the logarithm of the number, how to write the exponential expression in logarithmic form, and how to write the logarithmic expression in exponential form, and how many types of logarithm. There are two types of logarithms with us. One is a common logarithm and one is the natural logarithm. And any logarithm of any number has two parts. One is the characteristic part and one is the Mantissa part, and Mantissa part is the decimal part and it is always positive. I hope you will be watching this lesson clearly, and you will be keeping all the points in your mind before moving to the exercise. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and don't miss the next lesson, because in the next lesson I will be teaching you how to find the logarithm of any number. There are some key steps that we have to follow, and I'll be teaching you how to use the log tables as well, which are given at the book, at the back of the book. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.